Hey everyone, it's Samasem. Remember when $100 actually meant something at the grocery store? Now food prices are skyrocketing, some things are nearly double. It's getting tough out there. So in this video I'll show you 20 food items to stock up on now. These will save you money and give you peace of mind. Being prepared isn't paranoid, it's smart. Let's start with the pantry staple rice. It's the ultimate budget stretcher and keeps you full. I grabbed a 25-pound bag in bulk and the cost per serving is incredibly low. Rice lasts ages if you store it right, and you can make endless dishes with it. I'm tracking prices and we'll see how much we save by stocking up. Trust me, it'll be eye-opening. Next up, we've got another pantry hero, canned beans. These little guys are packed with protein, fiber, and they last forever. Throw them in soups, salads, make some killer dips, or even just heat them up as a side dish. Pro tip: rinse those beans before you use them to get rid of any excess sodium. When it comes to long-term storage and affordability, you can't beat a good old can of beans. Plus, they're pre-cooked, so you're saving time and energy in the kitchen. Let's be real, who doesn't love a big old plate of pasta? It's comforting, it's filling, and it's another one of those pantry staples that can last for ages. I'm talking penne, rigatoni, farfalle. Get adventurous with it. The key here is to look for those giant bags of pasta, often found at your local Italian market or even online. You'll be amazed at how much cheaper it is than buying those little boxes at the regular grocery store. Obviously, you can go the classic route with tomato sauce and meatballs, but you can also get creative with pesto sauces, creamy Alfredo, or even toss it with some roasted veggies for a lighter meal. The possibilities are endless. Alright, even if you're not a master baker, having a good supply of flour on hand is never a bad idea. We're talking about the foundation for bread, pizza dough, tortillas, you name it. All-purpose flour is your workhorse, great for most baking needs. But you can also find whole wheat flour, bread flour, even gluten-free flour options. The key is to store it properly in an airtight container to keep it fresh. When those grocery store shelves start looking bare, you'll be thanking me for telling you to stock up on flour. Now I know what you're thinking. Graham, you're telling me to stock up on sugar? But hear me out. Sugar is another one of those ingredients that has a remarkably long shelf life, and it's not just for baking those delicious cookies. Sugar is also essential for things like jams, preserves, and even some savory sauces. Having a few extra bags tucked away in your pantry? That's just smart prepping. Alright, let's talk about the MVP of the spice rack, salt. This is non-negotiable, people. Salt is essential for human life, and it's also a natural preservative. We're talking about a true survival essential here. In the event of an emergency or major disruption, salt is one of those things that could become incredibly valuable. Plus, it lasts forever if you store it properly. So, grab a few extra containers of salt next time you're at the store. Let's face it, cooking oil is the backbone of countless dishes. From frying up some crispy goodness to sautéing veggies, you need a reliable supply of this kitchen essential. But lately, cooking oil prices have been creeping up, and it's only a matter of time before they really start to bite. Olive oil is my go-to for dressings and lighter cooking, while avocado oil can handle those higher heats. The key here is to buy in bulk when you find a good deal, especially for those larger containers. Your wallet will thank you. Now I know what you're thinking. Graham, canned vegetables? Really? But hear me out. Canned vegetables are a lifesaver when you're short on time or fresh produce isn't readily available. They're pre-cooked, packed with nutrients, and they last for ages. Look for canned vegetables that are low in sodium or labeled no salt added to keep your sodium intake in check. Let's be real. Fresh fruit can be expensive, and it doesn't always have the longest shelf life. That's where canned fruits come in. They're a convenient and affordable way to get your fruit fix, especially when those fresh berries are out of season. Look for options that are packed in water or their own juice to avoid added sugar. Alright, let's talk about a pantry staple that's near and dear to my heart: peanut butter. This stuff is a nutritional powerhouse, packed with protein, healthy fats, and it's incredibly satisfying. Whether you're spreading it on toast, adding it to smoothies, or just grabbing a spoonful for a quick snack, peanut butter is always a good idea. Look for natural peanut butter with just 2 ingredients: peanuts and salt. Avoid those brands with added sugar, oils, or other unnecessary ingredients. Honey is another pantry staple that stood the test of time. This natural sweetener is packed with antioxidants and has antibacterial properties. Use it strategically to sweeten your tea, add a touch of flavor to yogurt, or even make your own energy bars. Trust me, a jar of honey will last you a long time, and it's a worthwhile investment for your pantry. A little bit of honey goes a long way. Oats are a true breakfast champion. They're affordable, packed with fiber, and they keep you feeling full and satisfied. Sure, you can make a hearty bowl of oatmeal, but you can also use oats in baking, smoothies, even savory dishes like veggie burgers. The possibilities are endless. Plus, oats have a long shelf life, so you can stock up without worrying about them going bad. Opt for rolled oats or steel-cut oats over instant varieties for a heartier texture and more nutritional value. Fresh milk is great and all, but it has one major drawback. It expires quickly. That's where powdered milk comes in. This shelf-stable alternative can last for years if stored properly, making it a valuable addition to your pantry. Powdered milk has come a long way, and it's actually not that bad. Use it for baking, add it to smoothies, or even reconstitute it for drinking if you're in a pinch. Trust me, powdered milk is a pantry essential you don't want to be without. Alright, let's talk about canned meat. Canned meat like tuna, salmon, chicken, or even Spam can be a lifesaver when you're short on time or fresh meat isn't available. It's pre-cooked, packed with protein, and it lasts for ages. Add it to salads, sandwiches, pasta dishes, or even just eat it straight from the can if you're feeling really adventurous. Look for canned meat that's packed in water rather than oil to keep the fat content down. Dried fruits are a delicious and healthy snack that can last for months if stored properly. They're packed with nutrients, fiber, and natural sugars, making them a great alternative to processed snacks. Add them to trail mixes, granola bars, yogurt parfaits, or even just snack on them straight from the bag. Some of my favorites include raisins, cranberries, apricots, and mango. Look for dried fruits that are unsweetened or have no sugar added to avoid unnecessary calories and sugar crashes. Nuts are another one of those snacks that are packed with nutrients, healthy fats, and protein. They're perfect for keeping those hunger pangs at bay and providing a boost of energy when you need it most. Some of my favorites include almonds, walnuts, cashews, and pistachios. Store your nuts in airtight containers in a cool, dark place to keep them fresh for as long as possible. Alright, let's be real, coffee is non-negotiable for many of us. It's what gets us going in the morning, helps us power through the afternoon slump, and provides a much-needed caffeine fix. Whether you prefer whole beans, ground coffee, or even instant coffee, there's a shelf-stable option out there for you. Store your coffee in an airtight container in a cool, dark place to preserve its freshness. Coffee can also be expensive, especially if you're buying those single-serve pods or fancy lattes every day. Tea is another one of those beverages that's perfect for any time of day. Whether you prefer a soothing cup of chamomile tea before bed, or a refreshing iced tea on a hot summer day, tea is a versatile and affordable beverage option. Store your tea bags in an airtight container to preserve their freshness and prevent them from absorbing any unwanted flavors. Spices are essential for adding flavor and depth to your cooking. That's why I recommend building a well-stocked spice rack with all the essentials. We're talking garlic powder, onion powder, oregano, basil, cumin, chili powder. The list goes on. Store your spices in airtight containers in a cool, dark place to preserve their freshness. Our pets are part of the family and we want to make sure they're taken care of, especially in times of uncertainty. That's why it's crucial to have a good supply of pet food on hand. Whether you have a dog, cat, bird, or reptile, make sure you have enough food to last them for at least a few weeks, if not longer. Pay attention to expiration dates and storage recommendations to ensure your pet's food stays fresh and safe for consumption. Consider gradually transitioning your pet to a new type of food if you need to switch brands or formulas. That's it, folks. 20 food items to help you beat inflation and keep your pantry ready for anything. Prepping isn't about fear, it's about being ready for whatever comes your way. What's the price of ground beef in your area? Drop a comment below. If this helped, hit like and subscribe for more. Stay prepared and stay safe.